Okay, so here we have still solving equations. Now we're going to deal with square roots. Okay, the one big thing with the square roots that comes into play is the fact that we can come up with extra roots because we're taking square roots and we're squaring, and when you're squaring, both can be positive or negative, but when you take a square root, you can't take the square root of a negative. So when we get done, we're going to have to double check and make sure that we don't have any extra roots. Okay, and I'll show you what that means in just a minute. Okay, to undo an equation, we always do the opposite operation. So the opposite of a square root is a square. So we're going to actually take each side and square it. Okay, so x plus 3, the square root of x plus 3 squared is simply x plus 3. 5 squared is 25. Okay, so x equals 22. So we want to check that. The square root of 22 plus 3 is actually the square root of 25, which is indeed 5, and that's what we started off with. So, yay, that one worked. That's our check. Okay, so now on the right here we have 4 minus x in the square under the square root equals 2 minus x. So we're going to square both sides, and we end up with 4 minus x equals 2 minus x times 2 minus x. So this one's going to take a little more work to get to the answer. 4 minus x, nothing to do there. When I multiply this out, I'm going to get 4 minus 2x minus 2x plus x squared. Okay, so 4 minus x equals 4 minus 4x plus x squared. Okay, I'm going to subtract the 4 and add the x, subtract the 4 and add the x, so I end up with 0 equals negative 3x plus x squared, which means 0 equals x times negative 3 plus x, or probably a little more simply written, x times x minus 3. Okay, so those are my factors, which means x can equal 0, or x minus 3 would equal 0, which means x equals 3. So now we're going to do our check. So our first check for 0, we're going to come back up to there, where the square root of 4 minus 0 equals 2 minus 0, which is the square root of 4 equals 2, and the square root of 4 is 2, so 2 equals 2, and we have a match. Okay, now we're going to, instead of 0, we're now going to put in 3, so we have the square root of 4 minus 3 equals 2 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is 1, so the square root of 1 equals negative 1, which means the square root of 1 is 1. 1 equals negative 1. That is not true, so x, that is an extraneous solution. X equals 0 is the only one that worked. Okay, awesome. Let's see, what have we got on the back of the sheet? Okay, kind of more of the same. I'm going to go ahead and pause here, and we'll start another video so that these don't get too long.